Hi, I would like to introduce you to the great horses of Japan. I'm not very good at English, so there may be strange expressions, but please forgive me. This time is double jet. Oh, sorry. It's twin turbo. I was very worried about whether to make a video about him or not. This is because he has never won a grade 1, let alone a grade 2. I don't think his record is all that great. But I've gotten so many requests about him from viewers of my channel. This is probably due in large part to the influence of the anime. With so many requests, I am sure he is a member of the Japanese great horses. So I took on the challenge of making this video. It was very difficult, but I hope you enjoy it. Since he has not been active in big races, there is not much footage of him racing, so I can only introduce a little of him. Twin Turbo was born in 1988. He was the same age as Tokyo. He was a male horse, but he was small. When he raced, his weight was usually around 420 kilograms. And he was usually quiet, but when people rode him, he would not listen to them. Because of this personality, it took him 4 months to pass the gait test, delaying his debut. Twin Turbo had its debut race in March 1991. His trainer, "Let Twin Turbo run as he pleases," he told the jockey. The race was won by Twin Turbo, who ran away with the victory by 3 lengths. Then he ran away and won the next race as well. He then ran 2 more races, finishing 9th and 5th. But then entered the Grade 3 Radio Tampa show, which he won by running away from the rest of the field with a large margin. This was his first graded race victory. He took the summer off and entered the Grade 2, Sentai Kinnan in September. Twin Turbo ran away from the field as usual and looked like he was going to win, but he was passed by Strong Kaiser at the end. However, he finished ahead of Leo Durbin, who finished second in the Derby. After this, he ran in the Grade 3 Fukushima Kinnan, but was overtaken just before the finish line and finished second. He also challenged for the Grand Prix Arima Kinnan at the end of the year. This race was also run by Majiro McQueen and others. However, the fleeing Twin Turbo was caught early as he rounded the final corner and lost heavily to finish 14th. As you can see, Twin Turbo is strong when it runs well at its own pace, but when it doesn't, it loses easily and badly. His premature stalling and retreating, in analogy with the Twin Turbo name, became familiarly known as reverse thrust. After this, he was in a bad way for a while. He was also in poor health and could only run 4 races in a year and a half. And none of the races had good results. However, there were some races in which he showed his running ability, such as the Grade 2 Nakayama Kinnan, where he stayed on to finish 6th. In July 1993, he ran in the Tanabata show at Fukushima Racecourse. Fukushima is one of his favorite courses. The race was 2,000 meters long and he ran away with the first 1,000 meters in a fast 57.4 seconds, beating the second-place horse by 4 lengths. This was his second graded race victory. 2 months later, he ran in the all-comer. His rivals in this race were strong. Rice Shower, Sister Taoxiao, and Whitestone were there. Rice Shower was a top-class horse who had beaten Majiro McQueen in the Tenaoxiao Spring that year. Sister Taoxiao is a mare the same age as Twin Turbo, who won the Oka Show, one of the Triple Crown races. Whitestone was already 6 years old at the time, but he was always a top contender in Grade 1 and other grade races. The race began, and Twin Turbo escaped with a large gap as usual. Second place, a long way from Twin Turbo, was Whitestone, but there was also a huge gap of more than 10 lengths behind Whitestone. People would have thought that the Twin Turbos were running at a very fast pace. But it was his magic. In this race, his time through 1,000 meters was 59.5 seconds. This was only a little faster than the average pace. The horses behind him were all misunderstood, and he was able to go around the last corner and onto the straightaway course with a wide open lead. His rivals struggled to catch up, but it was already too late. Twin Turbo finished in first place, 5 lengths behind the rest of the field. It was an inspiring scene in the anime, but in reality he seemed to be running at a slow and easy pace. I think this all-comer was the best race of his life. Then, in the next race, Tenaoxiao Autumn, he ran away at a tremendous pace, but was crushed early and finished 17th. However, this is also a race that is very much like Twin Turbo. Twin Turbo repeated the race after this, running away and getting crushed. He seemed to be burned out. He lost 9 in a row after all-comer. He became popular for his graceful way of running, even though he could not win. Then, he moved to a lower level of local racing. In baseball, it's like going from the major leagues to the minor leagues. Twin Turbo was able to win its first race after the transfer. However, after that, he could not win at all and retired to become a stallion. In total, he won 6 of 35 races. He won 3 Grade 3s. He became a stallion, but died of heart failure in 1998, at the age of 11. There were only 5 foals. Unfortunately, there is no more of his bloodline left. As I say this, the way he dies also feels like Twin Turbo. He is not a great horse in terms of performance, but he does have a lot of fans. And now he is back in the spotlight with anime and games, and is still popular. This is possible because he is Twin Turbo. To all of you who happen to know him, please do not forget him. That's all for this time. If you want to know more about Japanese horses, subscribe to this channel. Thank you.